What's up, everybody? I am Automatic Jack. I am here with a little surprise Korvax Utterblight. He pops up from time to time on the stream or on the vids just to remind us all who is really in charge of the Ruinstorm faction. I guess it is technically Kabanda, but I like Korvax. So first we're going to open some free crates. Hey, a ticket. Don't hate that. And then let's see what our challenge crate holds for us.
You've lowered your guard.
Seems like gems. Seems like gems and a couple of coins. Alright, well with that, let's take Corbs into Terra and see what he can cook up. Get it? Because, you know, they got the big cauldron pot thing. It's funny if you're me, which many of you aren't, it turns out. Surprisingly few people playing for this time of night. It is usually peak time. Oh good, a Luther! Yay! He says, extremely sarcastically. Well, we know we need cards that can, like mutations that'll give us some, actually we'll keep the informant. Mutations that give us cleave and mutations that give us rage are going to be really, really, really good. Those will do some work. This actually, we have a decent amount of hands here that I think are, or a decent amount of options that are going to make us pretty scary. Yeah, I don't hate this at all. This is about as good as you can. Whoa, that's a very good start. All right, let's go, demon. Yeah, okay, not a bad start. Not a bad start. We got the counterattack and Rot Swarm. If he gets out of Caliban Jaeger somehow, we can counterattack Rot Swarm and get another Rothfly on the board. Just so, just so. Yeah, I think that's probably our play, right? Yeah, we'll just Rot Swarm. And we'll counterattack. And we will attack his face. Because a very smart commenter from earlier videos told me that the only thing he fears when he's playing Luther is somebody just berserking his face, so we're going to hit face and do work with it. Okay, so here he attacks one of these. Yep, or obviously that one. Yep. And in doing so, I mean, we could kill it all off with the Informant Network. Don't hate that. Also don't hate just, you know, taking a chance to Plague Toad away here. Get this off with the Rotfly. Alternatively, get this off. No, which do we want to? Well, we're going to poison it regardless, and it dies regardless, so it makes no difference whatsoever. Okay, well that's how we Korvax. So he can waste his attacks, or he can make just a 1/1. He can make lots of 1/1s. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with this. This is okay. Because we can definitely Informant Network, right? Or do we just save the Informant Network? Maybe we save the Informant Network. We go for this. We don't get a really good one with this, unfortunately. We're definitely looking for some kind of cleave or fury or something. We don't have a very good chance of poisoning the thing we need to poison. But worst comes to worst. Now we got a lot of demons, so we're just gonna do this. We'll throw that out there and then look his face again. We don't have that much hitting power on the board. We can remove these Jaegers at our whim. That is more threatening. That is more threatening. Luther is definitely looking good for himself here. Giving himself a good showing. I think we Eletal. We don't really have a lot of... You know, I think maybe before we Eletal even, we'll do this. We'll Informant two of these guys off. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll just collect mutations. And in doing so, we'll set ourselves up for a big elemental turn next turn. That's kind of the goal here. Just get a giant elemental turn. I know that I'm overdrawing myself, but at this point, another mutation for the elemental. I mean, we're able to get 3 mutations on the elemental next turn, probably have another one in the hand. Elemental could come out and be enormous, especially because he goes ahead and wastes this. He could have hit that and then flanked into that, and then hit me for 5 in the face. So he did. I think he missed a trick there. It would have been nice to have that deceit. Now that I say it, would have been nice to have that deceit. I think we'll take the terror because it becomes big. It will become very big. Rage, survivor. And ooh, yes, and flank. Yes, we will definitely take that flank. Now we want the ward, but flank is just too good to pass up, because this way we can get this off the board. Ricky tick. If he has something that just destroys us immediately, I'm not going to attack because we're getting low on health. If he has something that just removes this straight out, then yes, that's bad. But okay, so he has to use his whole Caliban Jaeger turn. It's all right. If we get lucky with mutations here, we get 2 rolls at getting the mutations we need on the Chosen. He goes in and takes 6 to the face there. All right. He's gonna shoot it with 4 of them, obviously. But we need a rage mutation and a flank mutation. There's 8 mutations total, and we get 2 draws of 3 out of them. He elected to get rid of his 5. I guess, yeah. Probably would have been better to just use the shots and hit us in the face for 5, but I don't know. Really, we just need the rage mutation. We'll take the flank. Now, cleave anything. Ah, big mess there, big mess. Big mess. So we'll take off a Jaeger. And he can't, however, shoot them anymore. So that is something. He can't shoot the Demon Chosen. He has to physically sacrifice 3 of his guys and take 6 to the face to get rid of that. And we've got another one. So it's not the end of the world, right? Right? I don't know. I get nervous when I see these skulls. He's certainly going for his Archbetrayer. Okay, yeah. Is that 5 energy that it?
No, Caliban is a free world once more.
Well, he can't target it because it has ward, so that's something. I mean, he does have to give up that ward, and he is low on cards. It's really all about getting this ward with 2 more draws on this Chosen. If we can get the ward with the Chosen, we have a pretty good chance. No ward. No ward. So we'll take the extra health to keep it out of range. Again, no ward. Possibly makes a mistake and decides to hit it. I've seen crazier things happen. He shoots it, he wipes his board. If he leaves this on the board, we can win this game. So, he does take it. Unfortunately. Yeah, he does take it. So that is going to be annoying. But we can poison it. Yes, we can definitely poison it. What is his power? Is it 5? Yeah, it's 5 or less health. That is unfortunate. Oh, forgive me, cat. And he can really only hit one of those. He can hit our face with it for 7. I don't think we have any chance left here, unfortunately. Yeah, he can take the 4/5. I don't think we have any chance here. I think this is the designing moment. Oh well, it is. Luther is just one of those warlords I struggle like crazy with. You've always seen it. It is a super tough warlord. I have a very difficult time with Luthers. Luther and Karn are my nemesis. To a lesser extent, Combadias, but really Luther and Karn are the two that I can almost never beat. Luther I would consider playing as. Karn, I have moral objections. I have moral qualms about playing Karns. No offense to Karn players out there. I love you. You're all good people. Ferris. Big Daddy Ferris. Okay, Plague Toad's okay. Early Demon will probably mulligan that. It is very good. He's not going to have stealth. I doubt that he has stealth. We'll go ahead and mulligan for smaller cards. Okay, we get a Kazdrak. I'd probably rather have the Demon. But Kazdrak with Plague Toad and Rotstorm would be a nasty combo. That could be a potentially very nasty combo. I don't really want to play the Plague Toad right off the bat here. I kind of want to hold on to Plague Toad where I get to a point where I can potentially be making more Plague Toads because there's Rotstorms available. Like probably around the energy turn 3 to 4 range. Blah, 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 I can't talk. Okay, I think we fake him out with a Plague Bearer. Make him squander his wrath on a Plague Bearer. Let's see if he uses some removal. I mean, if he gets crazy, you know, there's Winnow, but I doubt that's coming. Okay, so he uses his, and that's alright because we can poison that. The real question here, I think it's worth it if we Rotsworm and Plague Toad with a mind towards playing our Kazdrak into this board. Because if he's not able to do it, like if he just flops down a big troop here, this could potentially turn good for us. It's not as big, but it's actually, yeah, it's probably okay. It's probably okay. Because it's going to make, ooh, oh my. Do we get greedy and poison it? Do we get greedy and poison it for more Rotflies? Or do we just start slamming Rotflies and Rotsworms into it? Let's see, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can get greedy. Yes, this is what I like, and I think we're gonna leave the Rotfly or the Rotsworm just because it's a dangerous thing. Now if he has, oh, that's a slow play, Ferris. That's a slow play, my brother. That's a slow play. Okay. Well, we can't just flop out the Demon Chosen, unfortunately. We don't have that option. But we can do a little mutating, or we can get a Fallen. I think the Fallen is the answer. I'll leave out the Rotsworm for right now, just because I don't want everything to be sitting at 1 health. We got a little variety. Well, no, I think it was probably wrong to not attack with the Rotsworm there. But I'm okay. I'm pretty okay with the way this is going. Ah, see, okay, so it wouldn't matter. So we just passed on 4 damage. That's unfortunate. We got a decent answer though. That's fine. I'm not worried about that. We have decent answers here. We can. Plague Bearer, Rot Swarm, and Poison. I don't hate that. Plague Bearer, Rot Swarm, Poison. And I think that's that. Okay, so our Kazdrag did some work for us. It would have done more work for us if I had been smart. He'd be at 18 right now. But I wasn't smart. That's why you watch the channel, right? To watch somebody not be particularly smart. Alright, so we got 8. This is where... Yeah, we can't let him just heal even more. So this is where Silent Death comes out. Poison comes out, and a Fallen comes out to protect our Plague Bearer. We do need to get damage on the board, so we're going to need that Chosen next turn. The Chosen is going to have 2 shots at Ward, because Ward is going to be crucially important. Okay, it does hammer us there. Interesting. More of an equalizer. Gonna have 2 shots at Ward. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Not very good options. Oh, and we miss again. We miss again. Not good. Alright, well, we had 2 3 shots at 8 options, and, or, well, I guess 1 at... No, you can get that multiple times. Do we take the front line? Do we take the cleave? Do we take the front line? And it's really a question, does he have hard removal? If he has Win of the Week, game's over. If he does not have Win of the Week, this thing becomes gigantic. Oh, well, that's even better than Win of the Week, isn't it? Yes. That is definitely a problem. Well, we do have an answer to it, however. Okay, so game is not completely over because we do have a way to get back. I think we'll save the... What does his Relentless do? Create an Iron Hands vehicle. Well, we don't like that. Is it good enough to drop this out here? I think it is. We'll get rid of that. We'll go ahead and put damage in his face. We'll keep on attacking him. One of the reasons I played this was knowing that my Fallen would be at 1 health. It gave him an extra shot to miss the Fallen. And now he winnows the weak, I assume. No, he doesn't. Interesting. Okay, well, let's see what it hits. Pretty decent chance that it just destroys this. 50-50, it destroys who I want. Ah, well, okay. Not ideal, not ideal. Elemental, though, and Path are good. And I think we'll take Terror on Elemental. It's usually a pretty solid option. Do we hit Elemental with the Path of Blood again? Yes, we do. We get the ward that we really wanted. And I think we just slam him in the face. We'll probably preserve our own health. And let's see what he can do. Okay, so it's still... he can trade off for the tank, which leaves us with a decent board. We don't have a lot more mutate is the real issue. We kind of got... Elidol is very situational. Elidol can be the best card in your deck or cannot do that much for you. Oh, so he actually does keep this thing. Okay, that's pretty frightening. We have a way to... No, we don't. Let's say, we have a way to get rid of that until we did not suddenly have a way to get rid of that. And unfortunately, We are a little bit lacking in the old damagey department. Yeah, we're a little bit pained as far as damage is concerned. So I think that is the end of the game. That will be that. Nothing much more we can realistically do here. He has lethal. We'll keep on playing like he does not have lethal. And we'll just go from there.
Strength respects only strength.
Oh, he does have lethal because, well, he can do that. A, and B because he makes himself better. Right. And C because he has his power. Okay, well, we came close. Came close. What will we see? Oh, they added new... I think this new background to Terra is... I feel like Terra did not always have a glowing and receding nebula. Someone tell me, did anybody else see that sort of nebula or warp storm appear like it was dark before? I think that might be a new effect. I like the new cosmetic effects. I always appreciate that when they add more production value. Is this Duquesne alternate art? It kind of looks like Duquesne. Oof. Oh, it's a bot. Oh no, it's Shattered Legions. Okay. What shall we do? What shall we do? Not keeping both Fell Reavers. Probably just going to drop all three of these and see if we can get a good starting hand. That's a good starting hand. Minus Deceit. This is a very, very solid starting hand. Yeah, so Ulrach here can heal himself, but that does not help him. What we really need is more demons in our hand. We desperately need more demons in our hand. Obviously, playing Unspoiled Land first is good, but then having the... We're going to poison, even though poisoning doesn't really do as much good for us. Poisoning doesn't do a ton for us, but it gives him something to think about as far as the whether he wants to attack the Warp Rift. Dang it. We definitely swing and miss there. Doesn't do any good to hit this for 2 because it just triggers its well, I guess actually technically maybe it is better to hit it for 2 because this way he can only sacrifice it once this turn. Otherwise he might be able, he would sacrifice it twice the turn. No, yes, he would sacrifice it twice. Or put it out in his hand and be able to use it again. Kirain is not going to do as much for him as it would ordinarily do against a lot of decks because it is going to get poisoned. It is straight up going to happen. We are going to poison it. That will occur. Beyond question. Is this just a rally? Yeah, it's just a rally. Poison it. The question is, do we throw a sacrificial plague bearer out there? And I feel like, I don't know. It would save us 4 damage to the face. That's kind of tempting. But we're very low on demons. We drew very heavily on tactics. And I don't love that. Yeah, we gotta do it just to maybe give us some space. Maybe he goes for our face anyway. If he leaves it up, then great. But okay, he does decide to take it off. So it saves us 4 damage to the face. Basically, would we play a card that heals us for 4? And I think the answer is probably yes. We don't have quite enough to poison and do what we want. Once again, man, just very, very, very close on... Interesting. Very, very close on energy, but we're not really able to make it happen right now. Considering swapping out maybe a Deceit for an Asteroids Belt or something, because I think that might help us. That might encourage a little play ahead of curve, because we're kind of waiting on our curve, and it's not really kicking in, and we're losing health while we do it. We'll get the Demonettes out. We'll get the Path of Blood out. take this on the Demonettes for a little more health on them. But I don't know. Considering the fact that this guy is a bot, I'm not thrilled. I'm not thrilled. So we could network. Basically, I think it's maybe a better option to do this. Get our Terror. Because Terror is really good on Elidal. Elidal has very high attack very early on. And then just sneak attack that off the board. But we are already, I mean, we're losing by a lot. We're losing by a lot. This is a dispiriting start to the night. Fortunately, he is not able to poison the Elidal, so that's really something for us. But we're getting our asses handed to us. It's probably brutes. Which will take the board. No, we'll take the 3. Because A, we need hitting power, and B, Elidal is going to be a bigger target anyway. Oh, and Elidal apparently will just get ward. Yeah, Elidal will get the ward. We'll take off some troops here. If that was Survivor 1, I would be much more happy about the current state of this game. But as it stands, it is not Survivor 1, is it? No, it is not. Well, brutes it is, but I don't think that matters. Because we failed to heal ourselves, and that is a bad, bad thing. We'll give him a taste of his own medicine there. Might as well dump the Demonettes. We got nothing else going for us. I don't think we're getting through 18 health Survivor 5 with 3 HP. So we are losing to a bot. Yes, we are. Oh, well. He elects not to kill us. He decides to just mock us instead. This is interesting play. Interesting play. He elects to kill us in the most roundabout fashion possible. Perhaps the bot was looking for a challenge there. He was trying to, oh god, beaten by a 2500 rated bot. I think Corvax is probably out of the picture for right now until we do a little deck tweaking. Let's play a couple Ascalons. Maybe we can improve our luck a bit. And it is New Dorn. New Dorn. What have we got here? I like all these. Okay, I'm fine with this.
I am master of a sanguinary god.
Man, it really shows you how many people were over 100. You've noticed how many, I think we played 2 prestige players, a bot, and then a 3rd prestige player. I mean, that is fascinating. I have a long way to go in learning this game. Alright, so he does decide to smack us, which I'm pretty okay with, to be honest with you. We're just drawing. We don't have any major necessity of playing a troop rapid fire. Be nice if we could get a tactic that interesting. He's apparently not drawn too well himself. 8, 9. think we'll Bane him, and we'll draw, so this way we'll still have a chance to draw at the end of next turn. We've drawn a lot of tactics. We really need a tactic next turn. That would be ideal. Just to get the Matadus out. Not even so much that the Matadus, like, completes a copy of itself. It's not really that. It's the psychological impact of a drop pod. And we miss. Okay, well, we got a Matadus anyway, but that's actually okay for us, because now he can break the drop pod. Maybe he does that instead of giving Bastion to something. Like, it's a little weird that he has not been giving a lot of Bastion to himself. Now, I'm not above 100 rated or 100 level. What do I know, right? But it weirds me out a little bit. Alright, so we get 10. We could Shock Assault this and hit him for 10 health. Or not Shock Assault. Last Stand this and hit him for 10 health. We can also... What can we also do, Jack? What can we also do? We could also get the host out with a drilling site, which I don't really hate, because it clears out a little card space, gives him a lot to think about. He's not playing a very typical Dorn deck here. He wants to attack me. I'll just let him. I mean, usually Dorns are, using their power to put Bastion on their troops. There's a very good answer to that. He does hit on 3. Unlucky. There's 8. We got 7 energy. And 9 cards in hand. We need a tactic. There's a tactic. And I think we'll just face him for right now. We're trying to draw a spear. Because if we get the Last Stand off here, the Last Stand could remove a major threat or could do it for base damage. Yeah, Last Stand will be able to take care of both of these guys. Yeah, so it's... Yeah, I think it's Last Stand, so... We need 7 damage on that. That is going to be very difficult to come up with. I think the best we can do is 6. So we're going to draw. We're going to draw and we're going to miss. We're going to draw and we're going to miss. And we'll go ahead and Bane this so that we can... Maybe it's actually... I think it's actually better to just Prophecy it. Because he can't use his power... and he won't get his resolution till the end of the turn, so he has to decide to sacrifice it. Interesting. An interesting choice. Okay. So he does not have to. He has, in fact, some options. Ah, that resolution is killing me, man. It is killing me. Loriter can take this. Cannot take this. Loriter can take this out after we Shock Assault here. And we'll leave the Loriter on the board. We need a bunch of little troops for Spectre. That's really our best bet, which is going to be a big ask. The thing that produces 2 turrets wouldn't be bad. Especially if he decides to buff the frontliner. It's a pretty big start to the turn. Pretty big start. Yeah, lack of spears has really hurt us so far. Lack of spears has really, really, really hurt us. Janus, Judgment. We're gonna Bane first. Doesn't matter? Does matter because we don't want to Bane it twice, or we don't want to trigger its, yeah, we don't want to trigger that Bastion twice. We'll stealth this up so he can't get at it. And we'll draw more stealth. Do have Foresight to extend the game a little bit. Unfortunately, Foresight being 3 cost is dangerous. Oh, he has an excellent answer with D-sets. Excellent answer with the D-sets. Yeah, that hurts the team. Hurts the team badly. And puts that square out of range. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Okay, so we can still hit the turret, and we can kill those 2 for 4 health back. Keeps us in the game, sort of. Not really. We're low on initiative here. The fact that he, you know, it's his turn with more health and equal cards. At this point in the game, the turns really, really, really matter. He's got a lot of it. Look at these promoted cards. That's awesome. That is a fancy, fancy card. Although it doesn't seem to have a ton of animation. I guess just around the health parts. Okay, so Sanguinary Guard can remove the Mortar Carrier. Foresight can protect our butts. And Escape Vent can stealth that up. We just need spears. We got 8 cards in the deck, and 2 of them are Spear of Telesto. That is painful. That is painful. We have really missed on our draws. We have really, really, really missed. So now he gets Bastion 2. I mean, I think our only bet here is to get a Dawnbreaker down. There's a spear. Just when we did not need it. There's a good old spear. Basically, can he kill us with 6, 8, and then break Survivor and kill us? Probably, but we can't kill him if we don't get the Dawnbreakers on the field. Oh, actually, wait a minute, what am I saying? We can get the Dawnbreaker on the field, and we can Judgment it. Now, unfortunately, it's only going to get to hit one of these. Because it will get stunned. And I hit the wrong one. I can't believe it. Oh my god. I'm still going to upload the video. I feel like an ass, but you know what? This is a learning channel. This is a channel where we learn. You learn from my pathetic mistakes. Oh, that hurts the team. That hurts the team. Yeah, he would have 3 less damage here if we had played this correctly. 3 less damage if we had played that correctly. It probably wouldn't have mattered because that Gun Freak would have come out regardless. So, is what it is, but you just hate to see it, right? You hate to see it. Unless you're this guy, in which case you're like, oh, this guy just blundered. That's great. I love to see that. There's our spear. Way, way, way too late. Way too late. And Lord Squad does not do it for us. Another spear does not do it for us. And we just hit Dorn in his stupid face. And surrender. Alright, well here is the last game. Let's see if we can make something happen, or if I have to post a 5-loss, brutal decline into Mars. I tell you guys, I like Legions, I love the fans, but man, they're frustrating days. Sometimes things do not work out. Sometimes you misplay, and you draw bad, and you get bad matchups, and every bad thing that can happen does happen. And you end up with a night like this. What is this? What is happening here? Is this cartoon Angron or cartoon Perturabo? What is this? I've never seen that art before. We'll keep all these. We'll keep troops. What in the world am I looking at here? I'm glad that I stayed to play. Even if I don't win, I'm glad that I stayed to play, just so I can see this ridiculous Perturabo art. What is this art?
I am master of the sanguinary god.
Okay, it looks way better in card form. Like, it looks pretty decent as a card. It looks absurd in his like pre-battle showdown thing. What in the world was that? Yeah, everybody now. The people playing are good players. Good players. We will Matadus and Stealth because we want as much as we can on the board as fast as we can against Perturabo. Perturabo, the modern Perturabo, unlike the Iron Warriors kind of motif, modern Perturabo is fast. At least the ones I fight. I acknowledge that if any of you guys are like really good players, if you're up in the, you know, the 3,500 crazy bracket, it's probably a different story. But man, this Perturabo is fast Perturabo. He is a fast man. Once again, just probably Matadus squad, right? And then, yeah, I mean, I think just Matadus squad, so we can keep up the pressure. And we want to keep putting pressure on him. The Perturabos I've seen, like I legit got killed at energy turn 6 by a Perturabo before. It's crazy how fast some of these decks are. Like guys with multiple void engagements and just dumping damage on you and mortar strikes and his power and, I mean, just, you know, a 10 energy turn is not out of the realm of consideration. Alright, so he can... So we want to hit him... Maybe even, you know what? No, because if he rages... Okay, so he gains... So unfortunately we can't hit him with the Loritor because we do have a troop on the board. So I think hitting him with our face, Bane of Demonsing him, and it leaves us with kind of a blank turn here. But we do at least get to do a little face damage to Perturabo, and we can get that off the board. Brings in the siege, not shocking. Probably has a way to reload it, maybe? He has options for reloading that siege. Also, I've been in the midst of a fast. I am not recommending fasting, especially when you see my current performance. But you make your own medical and dietary decisions. However, I feel like my brain capacity is significantly reduced by the fact that I have not eaten since Thursday. So I probably am not playing to maximum capacity. It is currently Saturday, for those of you who are watching from the future. Oh, cool, you're in the future. Hey, you should invent some kind of time travel, and please give me a just rundown on Blues hockey scores for the probably foreshortened remainder of their season. I would like to see that. If you have tips on next year's NFL season, I would also really like that as well. Yes, stock tips are acceptable, but those are much more boring. Much more boring and probably easier to tax. Not that I avoid taxes. I absolutely would give the government its full due on any money I owed it because I love being a taxpayer. I absolutely love giving my money to the federal government and the state government. I love it. I shouldn't talk about any political opinions on here, especially in the current year. Especially when I'm busy getting my ass kicked up and down by Perturabo. He can't play a troop. He knows he can't play a troop. So he kind of has to just pass. And then maybe we go into host, right? Or maybe we redraw and get a Dawnbreaker. He can play a troop. It's just not a good troop. It's these golden troops are extremely disorienting to me. Oh, he has a way of getting the drop pod. Disregard. Okay, well, fair enough. He just gets the drop pod then. These are so cool. I like them. I wish there were animations. I understand why there are not animations. I understand that they are trying to keep, like, the reason, if you don't know, the reason is that they are trying to keep the file size low for their mobile customers, which I understand and appreciate. I mean, I think that is a worthwhile goal. Do we Bane? No, it's literally a let's draw. Yes. Alright, so he is at least stunned. We live to fight another day. Host is good, but it's slow. I mean, it's not slow in the typical sense, but it's slow against a warlord who is way ahead of you on health. Like, it's not gonna... Oh, and he has a way to heal his stun. Alright. Alright. Not a lot of decks carry that. You don't see that often. I mean, host, right? Host, host, surely. Bane. Do we take off the 2/2? I think we actually don't, because we need damage. Do we take off the 2/2 with our face? I think we have to, because we have to keep this alive for hitting power, and as many of these as we can for hitting power as well. And if we survive this turn, then Foresight probably better than Bane would have been. Well, no, I don't know. But getting rid of that 3/3, especially before he gets another vehicle out of it. Okay, so he does use it over there. He probably hits us with his siege. I would think he hits us with his siege. Where's one of those? Oh my god, he has... Look at all the golden cards this guy has. This guy is a dedicated Perturabo player. Got the alt art, got the... He is just all over this. Man, this is a fairly brutal thing. We would love to see our last stand come out, because it is kind of our last stand. This is our last stand here. If we get last stand, we can maybe make something happen. Now it is very unlikely that we make something happen, but I suppose it is theoretically possible. Alright, so we'll host for sure. No, you know what? Actually, I think better than host, because we got that escape vent. Better than host is Dawnbreaker into Foresight for us, so he can only hit us with his power, into escape vent. Right? Am I wrong? And then we might as well Drilling Sight, because we're probably not going to get a chance to use it next turn. We could also just put out the Clonidus. Or we could draw for it, because Drilling Sight. If we had got Last Stand with that, Last Stand would have been lethal, because he has 14 health, and this guy is unstoppable. So if he comes down with Bloodthirst, we get Last Stand. We'll get 2 more draws at it if we survive the turn, which I think is relatively likely. The combination of Frontline and... Now that I say that, the combination of Frontline and Precog is practically broken. I mean, that seems like it should be a glitch, because he needs to rely on direct damage, and he has to do 11 in 2 parts. So, yeah, he drops the 5. Okay, roger that. So now he needs to do 5 damage and then more. Can he do it? 7 damage. Okay. Does he have 1 more damage in his hand? Yes, he does. Alright, so he has an answer for it. Well, guys, a round defeat. 5 games, 5 brutal moggings, 5 destructions of Jack's ego. Ascalon's deep, crackly voice was not enough to save us. His prime leatherworks were not enough to save us. And God knows Korvax was not enough to save us. I'm glad I didn't have an experience boost going during that time. 97 coins, right where we started. Hey, I post the bad ones and I post the good ones. If you guys are on losing streaks, remember, It happens. It happens. I'm on a little bit of a losing streak. Sometimes it just turns around. We have win streaks, we have loses. But if you enjoyed the video, despite all the craziness, I would love to see any likes or subscribes that you have for me. If you did not enjoy the video, well, tune in next time when hopefully we have a lot better gameplay for you. In any event, I am Automatic Jack, and I'm signing off.